have enough space to do that. Indeed it is. Good morning, Susan. So come to your comfortable cross-legged position, crossing at the center of the shin so that you have, instead of a wide open space, more narrow. And then lifting one thigh, roll the front thigh in, back thigh out, and do the other side. And just tuck your feet more back, I think winching, a little too far forward, even more back. Yeah, see how the knees come down, right? Yeah, so that's more under your knees, the feet, right? Yeah, good. Okay, and then the feet kind of turn so the soles of the feet point up. And then draw the sacrum in and up. So you roll a little bit to the forward edge of the sitting bones, lengthen the central channel, the whole spinal column through the top of the head. So you have that effortless lift of the torso. Take your teacup hands behind you and press down with your fingertips. Lift your upper arm bones, roll your shoulders back. Root the outer hips and thighs down, release the legs down. Lift the sides of the body up, outer hips to armpits. And maintain the lift of the central channel and the side body and bring your hands on your thighs. Maintain that reverse C in your armpit chest as well. Shoulder blades firm onto the back. Lift the base of the skull up off the back of the neck so the back of the neck is long like a swan. Eyes can be slightly opened or closed. Take the tailbone a little towards the pubis and draw the pelvic floor up so you're not overly shoving your sacrum forward and overly arching your back. See that your shoulders are over your hips and let the weight of your torso settle into gravity. Even as you have that lift of the central channel, there's the heaviness of settling into the seat. So you're grounded and uplifted at the same time. And observe your body and your breath for a few moments. Center yourself within your physical frame and form and within the constant movement of your breath, the source of your life, the center of our lives is the breath. And we will do our opening chant, call and response, and then we'll do our chanting practice. So for that, I'm going to take off the AirPods and hopefully Morgie will hear us. Yes. Okay, good. So, take your hands in Namaste Mudra, thumbs to sternum, and lift bottom to top. Your upper arm goes back, shoulder blades firm and down. Elbows just drop down. Fingers point up and fingers all the way together. Create a firm seal. Pressing into the sternum to feel the vibration of the chant. We'll Om and Shanti together, and the mid portion follow response. Take a deep breath in. Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhavatu, Sahaviryam, Sahaviryam, Karavavahai, Karavavahai, Tejasvi, Kedrasi Navaditam Navaditam Astuma Vidvishavai Take a deeper breath within your heart. As you exhale, release your head from the base of your neck over forward, filling the chin in towards the notch between the clavicles. Release your hands down to your thighs. Pause here for a few breaths. Continue to lift the center of the side body up as you release the head and neck down. Soften the front of the throat. Draw the trachea, the windpipe towards the back of the neck, and also the sides of the throat towards the back of the neck, up along the base of the skull. And release all the thinking, brain energy down into the sensing and feeling body. Center yourself in your heart, not just the front, but the back and the sides, not the physical heart, but the spiritual center of the body, the heart center. And then keeping your eyes closed, on an inhale, curl up the back of your neck. Draw the chin back a little, with the base of the skull up, feel that length, tail to head. Opening the central channel. With your eyes closed, raise your gaze. Take your gaze to the back. And once again, drop out of your brain and into your heart. And then allow your eyelids to gently close open. Okay, so now we'll sit in Vajrasana. So you can open up a blanket so that you have softness under your shins, like so. Now take another blanket on top of that. We're going to sit on a blanket in Vajrasana today so that the it's like this, tassels to one side, okay? So you're going to sit towards the front of the blanket, draw the outer ankles in, and then you take that blanket and you bring it all the way up so you can lean a little forward onto your hands and knees and pull the edge of that blanket all the way up to right behind the knee. So you have a spacer for your knee. Then you sit back and then you've got a little bit of fold back there. So then you lift that up and you sit on that. So I'll show you from behind, okay? So I'm sitting on my blanket like in Vajrasana, and then I have another blanket like so, just like you get it out of the prop wall. So then you pull that up all the way to the backs of your knees. So you create that spacer so that you're not overly compressing your knee. And then you just have a little in the back, which you can then sit on. It just makes it a lot more comfortable, right? And a little less compressy first thing, okay? So see how that feels for you. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be, it's hard to keep the ankles together, but you try to draw the outer ankles in and the inner edges of the feet towards each other, okay? Okay, so I'm going to show you one more time, okay? So I think you guys could change, okay? Suman and also Fernanda. So see how my blanket is like this, right? So just like you get it out of the prop wall. So that blanket's folded incorrectly. Yeah, that one's okay. Yeah, use that one. Use them. Yeah. Fold that one. So that one, yeah. So see how this is folded like this. So you want to fold it all the way along like this. So I have to teach this to I'm going to do a little video and send it to my teachers. Okay. So now you do like that. So that now you have this, right? Like this. Okay. So then you pull this up. You can come to your hands and knees so you really get it behind your knees. See? Really get that. And you can really pull it forward with both hands. Now when you sit, this protects your knees, okay? So then you can bring this up and then you have that also to sit on. So it's just a little less compressing the tops of the feet and ankles. Draw the outer ankles in as much as you can do comfortably, okay? Clear? Yeah? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Try to keep the knees together. And if you need more height to sit on, grab another blanket or whatever you need to do. But you want to try to keep this right up behind the knees. Okay. Very good. Susan got a haircut. Okay. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms out from your elbows in. Draw the shoulder blades down. Tailbone towards the pubis, lift the pelvic floor. Sides of the waist back for support. Firm your arms, draw your arms into your shoulder sockets, and then inhale and slowly take your arms overhead. And lift the ribs up away from the hips. And lift one rib up off the other so you get longer in the side body. And then really turn the hands so that the pinkies point back. Forward, and the thumbs point. Thumbs point forward and pinkies point back. Yes. Good. Slide the sides of the throat and look up. Squeeze the elbows in. Come back to neutral. Take a breath. Make sure you're not shoving the ribs. So your front ribs, lower front ribs, Suman, watch me because I do it too. Towards the back. More. Yes, that much. Drop down into your seat. Don't lift your buttocks up. Yes. I do the same. Okay. So I know it well. Lift your chin a little, RT. Take your arms more back. Yeah. Firm your elbow joints. Thumbs forward, not up. Yes. Good. Gently release. Take a breath. Okay. And then we'll do it on the other side. So you just change your interlace. Other pinky on the bottom, other index finger on top. Arms. Extend. Lift your arms up to about shoulder height. Tailbone forward, sides of the waist back. So you have the support of the bandhas. The pelvic floor bandha is Mula bandha, the root. Uddiyana bandha is flying up block. That's the sides of the waist back. Not to overly push your arms forward. Draw your arms back into the shoulder sockets, shoulder blades, a little bit down. Firm the waist. Keep your seat heavy as you inhale and take your arms overhead. So not to lift your hips up off your heels, right? But lift your ribs and not forward, but directly up. Side body up, center body up. Yes. Turn the hands, spread the palms, squeeze the elbows. Slide the sides of the throat back to look up. Wrist creases point in, elbows stay firm. Take your head back to neutral. Adjust your ribs again and tailbone. So you stay in the support of your bandhas even as you lift your chest up. Head is neutral now, RT. Bring your head back to neutral and then take your arms more back and firm your elbows. Yeah, good. So on the inner side of your arm, your collarbones rise up and then the outer edge of the shoulder blades also rise up. The inner edge of the shoulder blades can soften down a little bit. Okay, and then gently release. Good. Okay. So coming to the hands and knees, we'll sit in Virasana. I guess that's probably just a sequin. Looks like a little diamond. So you can fold your blanket in half. You can take a block. You can have two blankets, whatever you need. And if you still need that spacer behind the knee, then you can take it either with a belt, right, or with blanket support. But so if you have difficulties, with your knees a little bit, even if you just use a belt like this, it also creates a similar kind of spacer for the backs of the knees, right? Then you have your support you're going to sit on, right? And then if you bring your head down, knees together, and then you bring your fingertips behind your knees and just pull the flesh straight back and a little bit out and towards the heels as you sit back. That gets your calf flesh out of the way without straining your inner knees by pulling your inner knees when you do the calf adjustment. Okay. And if you don't need the spacer there, then you don't need it. So your head down, you pull back and spread the calf flesh a little bit out to the side and back towards the heels. And then sit on whatever support you need. And then you can take a belt over your left shoulder. If you need that for Gomukhasana arms. Do you need another belt, Archie, or are you okay there? You could bring your feet just a little wider so that you could put your hands in between your hips and heels. Also when shake. See how you're still sitting on your heels? No, but your heels should be outside your hips. Oh, okay. Okay. That one is better? Yeah. Okay, turns in. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, no, I see that. Another thing you can do is pull the calf flesh a little back, right? And then you go over there and you try to like sit on this and get more of the outside edge of the foot. So you shift your whole weight. See how look here. So here's the middle. Now I lift and I sit right on that heel. I'm sitting right on that heel so that more of the outer edge of that foot, just for a moment to see how now you get more outer knee, outer calf, outer foot on the touching. Try to keep that as you come back. Everybody can do this. And then you go to the other side, right? Because so you want to get, instead of hanging out on the inner foot and shin, that means that leg isn't doing enough internal rotation, right? You try to get more the outer knee down, because otherwise it puts a lot of strain on the inner knee. Then you can take one knee and lift it up so that you stretch the whole front of that shin and ankle and foot. And then you do that on the other side, and it kind of pulls the inner knee skin up a little bit as well. So ideally, the knees are, instead of really turned in, they're more neutral and pointing straight ahead. They don't have to squeeze together, but you want your thigh bones pointing straight ahead. Yeah, it looks a little better. Yeah, So you work towards that slowly, and also taking that lower leg just a little more out to the side, both sides. Yeah, not the knees. Yeah, come onto your hands and knees for a moment, Wensheng, and try to take your feet just a little further apart. Your whole, both sides. Yeah, so they're, yes. That's better. Yeah. Do you see how now your heel is more on the outside of your hip? Try the other hand, right hand. Yes. So you want, yeah. So you're not, yes, like that. So see how I can put, so the legs don't go straight back. They go out. The lower legs go out a little. Yeah. Yes. Yes. More like that. Is that okay for your knee? Okay. All right. So then take your left arm up. Keep your palm pointing straight ahead for a moment, right? And then lift the arm up and turn the palm in. Good. That's it. So there's that. This is when you take your arm up, it's external rotation of your upper arm. Now bend your elbow. Now you can use your right arm going across the top of the head to lift and turn so that hand goes more towards the outside edge of the shoulder blade, right? And then you grab onto your shoulder blade and just keep that lift of the arm. Good. And then see that both sides of your ribs are even. And then your right arm, turn down, swing the elbow. So that's internal rotation. Slide the arm across, shimmy the arm up, palms, that palm faces out, right? And then if you can take the interlace, great. If not, you can use the belt, right? And then even out both sides of your ribs. Yes, that's it. Lift and roll the upper arm bone back a little on the right shoulder side because it tends to hang down. Lift the top arm up so that there's action on the top arm, so it's not just pulling down. Yeah, and then lift your head just a little RT up. And then the front ribs, and I do this too, so RT, look here. Lower front ribs back. Yes, yes. And then lift the arm up without shoving the ribs. There you go, and the head up, and the head. Good, and breathe. You familiar with the term tapas? Anybody? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, Susan, lift the top arm up, 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 up. Yes, up, up. Yes, up. Yes, and a little back. Yeah, good. Okay, and then extend the top arm up and out to the side. Extend the bottom arm out. Turn both palms up, thumbs back. Grip the elbows, draw the shoulder blades down. And then release and take a breath. We'll do that on the other side. Okay, so on, you're shifting a little to the left. So shift a little back to your right with your ribs and your buttocks. Yeah, yeah, there's a leaning here, and this is light, right? So you want to ground down into both sitting bones evenly and then lift up evenly from there. Yes, beautiful. Now, this happens when we do all these funky twists and things. So that's why we keep bringing our attention back. So now change the belt over to the other side. Take your right arm up, palm facing forward, sorry. Lift, and then turn, right? So the pinky side, you're turning in, pinky side of the arm, the tricep turns in and lifts up, and the thumb side of the arm sort of draws down and connects to the inner edge of the shoulder blade down. But feel how your collarbone in this arm, look here to me for a moment. This has to lift up with the arm, right? Yeah, the collarbone lifts up, right? And then the outer edge of the shoulder blade has to lift up as well with the arm. But the inner edge draws down just a little bit, not so you pull your arm back into your socket. It's coming out, but there's a little firmness of the shoulder blade on the back. You feel that a little bit? Okay, now you bend your elbow, right? And then you can use your left arm goes across and you turn. Yes, exactly, Fernanda. And then you walk the hand down. Try to grip the shoulder blade and lift that arm. Yep, and maintain that lift and then even out the sides. Yes, yeah, yeah. So lift the left side more, Suman, more and more. Yeah, and maybe the ribs back a little already. Yeah, so tailbone forward, sides of the waist back. Try to maintain the bandhas. It's a lot to remember. It's a lot for me to remember, to tell you too, right? Now your left arm, swing a little, reverse goalie post, then you slide it across, kind of shimmy it up, right? Palm faces out, the other palm faces in, right? Then you can use the belt to grab, or you can take a clasp, even if it's just the fingertips. Lift and roll the upper arm bone back a little on the left shoulder, right? And then even out both sides and not to shove the ribs. And then lift the head to neutral, eyes to neutral, and breathe. Continue to lift the top arm and turn it so the tricep moves in towards the face, right? Yeah, good. Inner edge of the shoulder blade a little down. And so shorten maybe your right side just a little and drop your ribs. Yes, yes. And then center your head and yeah, good. Okay. Top arm up. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's okay, Margie. You're leaning back a little, sacrum in and up. Yeah, I think you might need to be sitting on something. Yeah, but okay, we're almost done. Okay, inhale the top arm up, out to the side, palm up. Slowly release the bottom arm, turn it into external rotation. Now, elbows up, grip the elbows, shoulder blades down. So you straighten your arms though. Grip the triceps. Triceps are here. Yes, and the shoulder blades down, both. Yes, and then slowly release. Very good. Okay. So then come on to your hands and knees, cross your feet at the ankles, sit back over your feet, sit up on some height as needed, and then bring the soles of the feet together and knees apart in Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. And observe how that refreshes your knees. It's a counter pose for Virasana. Why? Yes, exactly. Yeah. The entire leg was in internal rotation just before. We don't have a lot of internal rotation available to us, right? But neutral is slightly internally rotated. That's basically it. It comes to neutral. But many of us are overly externally rotated, right? And that creates the buttocks and the lower back pain, buttocks gripping, lower back gripping, right? The John Wayne kind of thing. So, but we still need to do external rotation. So now we're doing the exact opposite of what we just did with the whole foot, ankle, knee, hip, right? The whole leg is now in external rotation. Bring your hands behind you and draw the sacrum in and up and lift the central channel up. Sit up on something, Fernanda. Sit up on another blanket. Yeah, sit up on a blanket. Yeah. And also Suman, sit up. Yeah. Maybe just take another blanket or fold. Yeah. Yes, good, Wenqing. Looking good. So broaden the inner thighs away from the and not to look here, pelvic floor. Don't roll that forward, right? So the back of the thigh, the hamstring, it rolls back right at the groin, not the middle thigh, not the middle, right up by the groin. That because this attaches to the pelvis, right? So that's part of the pelvic floor, right? So you want that moving back as you draw the sacrum in and up. The thighs are turning out, right? But right here goes back. Okay. Yes. Then you can roll to the forward edge of the sitting bones. And if you roll back, your sitting bones and tailbone pinch and you drop, right? When you roll forward, it broadens. So you're broadening and you're extending from your inner groin to your inner knee, right? And until your knees are on the ground, open the feet. Open the feet until your knees are on the ground. Yeah, it's a little harder. Yeah, for some. For me, it's easier, right? So, but it'll help you get more open. And then your outer knees come to your outer buttocks, right? Can you feel that direction? And the buttock stays broad, don't pinch. And also, right, so you broaden the buttocks and it's like you're extending the legs out mostly, but a little bit of retraction in to counter. It's not always one thing, there's a little bit of something else. And then there's the turning of the femur bones, the thigh bones, the head of the thigh bones in the hip socket. So there's an external rotation. Use your hands and lift. Lift the side body up, lift the center body up, lift the sacrum in and up. Yes, yes. Yes, and maintain that, Fernanda. Maintain that. Lift the right side even with the left. A little more on the right. Right side of your, yes, more. Yes, more. Good, maintain that. Don't sink it now, okay? So what it means is probably you need more height, right? Yeah, okay? But it's good enough for now. We're just exploring. Lean back a little bit, Suman. Yes, good. Shoulder blades down. Yes, good. Good, and ribs, Susan. Good. Very good. Okay. And then go ahead and extend your legs and Remove your props. Now, if you need something to extend your arms overhead, you can have that there and ready for you. You know, so when you extend your arms overhead lying down, if you need to rest your arms on something, you can have your blanket there. Otherwise, you just remove everything from your mat. If you know you need some head support, you know, you can take that. But first, we're going to lie down with the knees bent and we'll do our breathing practice. Okay. So just lying down with the knees bent, the feet a comfortable distance from each other and from the buttocks so that you can effortlessly maintain the posture. And if in this position you still need something under your head because your chin lifts up, then you take something under your head and neck to support those spaces so that you can relax the chin a little bit down towards the chest. Then you rest your hands so that your thumbs are on the lower ribs. Your index fingers are and middle fingers are in your solar plexus area above your navel, your belly button. And then your ring and pinky fingers kind of point down. So you spread your palms, soft hands, just resting on the belly and elbows out to the side. Okay, and then I'm going to start breathing out. And we're going to do 2 minutes in each segment as we've done before. And it's a ratio of inhale for 5, exhale for 7. And so last time what we did was inhale 6, exhale 6. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit different. Inhale for 5, exhale for 7. You can take your glasses off. Yeah, and your watch thingy is a good idea. Yeah. Okay, so bring your hands just a little higher up. And relax your hands and broaden your elbows out. Yeah, just right there. Yeah, that's it. Separate your hands just a little more. Yeah. Good. Okay, and then just, you should be really comfortable and relaxed, and we will begin. Okay. Inhale here. Exhale there. Okay? So you're inhaling on the rising tone. So when you're ready, inhale is 5 seconds. Exhale is 7 seconds. It's not that you only breathe abdominally, you're just focusing on that aspect of the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. That's the abdominal breath. The diaphragm is always moving as we breathe, but it's sometimes called diaphragmatic breath, but you're just focusing on that movement of the abdomen as you breathe and the lower ribs. So now it's thoracic breathing. So that's more the side ribs and the back ribs. So just turn your hands so that your thumbs wrap around, so the webbing between your index finger and thumb wrap around the side ribs, and then slide up as high as you can comfortably do towards under your breast area. The palms are not touching the sides of the body, right? And just relax the fingers. Okay, so you don't have to extend the fingers. And then you focus on the breath at the side rib, same rhythm. So you're inhaling here. Exhaling here. Same count. That's thoracic or intercostal breathing. Those are the muscles between the ribs. Now we do the top chest breathing, clavicular breathing. So we'll do two hand positions so you can feel both. So your right palm on your sternum with the fingertips lightly touching your opposite collarbone. And then your left palm on top of the back of your right hand, fingertips lightly touching the opposite collarbone. Give a little pressure, elbows can release down. We'll do that for 1 minute. The second minute, you'll let your elbows release all the way down and just lightly touch under your collarbones with one hand on each side on its own clavicle, okay? So starting with the sort of sarcophagus mode, palm on top of the palm and touching the collarbones. Now we're just observing the breath in the top chest. You're still, of course, breathing diaphragmatically and the ribs are moving. And you begin. Inhale. Sides, palms up, and be there for a few breaths and observe. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and extend your legs one by one in Shavasana. Observe your natural breath in Shavasana. And allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm, and know that, we don't have to make ourselves breathe, right? It just happens naturally. We're part of a bigger breathing organism, the whole biosphere connected to the whole planet with the breath, right? As we exhale, our carbon dioxide feeds the trees, and then they give us oxygen to breathe. So just observe that. The diaphragm is always moving, just like the heart is always beating. That's what keeps us alive. But we can also control the breath, right? And there's a direct link between breath and mind. And it's the link between the body-mind, right? There is no separation, but it helps us get grounded, get the mind grounded in the body. Okay, and then we'll do Tadagi Mudra. So roll your legs in, so the inner edges of the feet and legs touch down towards the mat. Bring the inner edges of the feet and legs all the way together. Bring your arms along your sides, palms down. Draw the shoulder blades a little down the back. Extend the fronts of the feet just a little bit. Firm the knees, firm the elbows. Draw the lower belly towards the spine. Keep your arms shoulder width apart and your palms spread. And then inhale, taking your arms up over your head until the backs of your hands touch the ground over your head. And if they don't touch comfortably with your elbows straight, then you can put something under your under your arms, or you can just keep your arms off the ground if you want to work more your strength. Elbows firm, belly towards the spine, and breathe. Nice, long, slow, deep, full breaths. Long inhale, long exhale. Remember, Tadagi means hollow lake, right? Empty lake. So this is hollow abdomen, right? And you're using your legs to extend your pelvis away from your rib cage and your arms and rib cage away from your pelvis. So you create more space and hollowing of the abdomen. And bring your lower belly a little towards your spine. Yes, let this come down just a little. Yeah, good. Continue. Even every time you exhale, let the belly come down more to the spine. And when you inhale, keep the belly to spine. Draw the breath up the front of the spine and let it blossom in the rib cage and chest more. Try to keep this a little more down. And don't lift this up when you breathe in. Keep this down and breathe in. Yeah, keep working on this coming down. Good. Okay, firm elbows, firm knees. Inhale, raise your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, lower your arms down to your sides. Keep your palms down. Bend your knees up one by one, pressing your lower back towards the mat. Bring your feet about hip width distance apart, feet parallel. And then with your hands, you shouldn't be able to touch your feet. So not that close, but close enough so you can lift up into Dvipada Pitan, similar to bridge, right? So you're going to turn your palms to face each other and your hips. Lift one shoulder, roll it under. Lift the other shoulder, roll it under. So scoot your shoulder blades together over your spine, like we do in flossing. So now you have a pelvic tilt. Your hips roll forward, right? And your chest is lifted. So you have a nice, comfortable low arc of your spine, like a tiny little low rainbow. Press the outer edge of the upper arms down and the inner edge of the feet, and inhale and lift your hips up. Let the back of your neck lengthen and the front of your throat soften. Come to a comfortable lift and breathe here. So you don't want to be touching your heels. Move your feet just a little more forward, Wenxing. That's good. Suman, you can bring your feet more back, a little more back towards your buttocks. A little more back. Yeah, try that. Good. Roll the shoulders under. Good. That's it. Now push more into your feet so that it pushes you a little bit back more towards your shoulders. Keeping the lower belly down towards the spine. Continue to think of that hollow abdomen, the empty lake. And then coming down, you slowly lower your spine onto the mat and move the shoulders out, little vertebra by vertebra, like a chain link necklace. And then release your pelvis down. Now, turn your palms down. Roll your shoulders up in the front towards each other. Let your hips roll back towards a pelvic tuck, pressing the lower back down. Exhale, curl your head and shoulders up off the ground. Look towards your belly. Nabhi Darshanam. Palms flat on the ground. And breathe. And observe how the breath, you have to keep your abdomen firm here. So the breath is moving where? Upper back and top chest. That's right. Feel it in the upper back too. Actually, we have more of the lungs in the back body than the front. Look at your belly. Nabhi Darshanam. Look at the navel. Good. And then inhale. Lower the head and shoulders down. Exhale. Extend your legs. Turn your palms up and rest for a breath or two in Shavasana. Just totally let go. And then we'll do Pavanamuktasana. So roll the inner legs down so the toes point up and bring the legs together. Bring your arms along your sides, palms down. Lower belly toward the spine, bend your knees up one by one. Have your feet sit bone width or hip width distance apart. Now roll your hips back, pressing your lower back down. Let the back of the neck lengthen and soften, as well as the front of the throat, hollow and soften. Bring your right knee to your chest, interlace your fingers, and then hold your shin just below the knee. Flex your right foot and let your right leg fall forward, pushing your leg into your hands, keeping your fingers interlaced until your arms straighten. Keeping the lower back pressing down. Observe how the left foot gets light. Lightly float the left leg out on the mat. extending the front of the leg from the groin, thigh, knee, ankle, and foot. So the foot points a little and the right foot flexes. Keep pressing the lower back down, pressing the right leg into the hands. And then as you exhale, relax your right buttock and groin crease and the whole right leg and let it fall into your hollow, empty abdomen and chest. Let the back of the neck lengthen. Let the lower back press towards the mat and draw the shin and knee up towards your head. Keep pressing the lower back down, firm the front of the left leg and extend it. Flex your right foot and then exhale and bring your head and shoulders up, nose towards your knee, but don't go off to the right. Keep your head more centered and breathe. So the left foot, the straight leg foot is extending. Press not so much that you harden the sole of the foot for kneecap and press the back of your left leg down as you draw the right knee up and your head up towards your knee. And then inhale, head and shoulders down. Exhale, push your right leg forward till your arms straighten and press your lower back down. Left leg will lightly float up. Left foot, place it flat on the mat. Place your right leg down, foot flat, knees bent. Take your left knee up and interlace your fingers in front of your left shin, just below the knee. Flex your left foot and let that leg fall forward. Let your lower back roll back. Press the lower back down. Press the left leg forward until the arms are straight. Feel how the right foot gets light and lightly float the right leg out on the mat, extending the front of the whole leg. Don't just focus on the foot. Feel the skin and flesh on the front of the leg. Press the back of that leg down. Left leg forward, lower back down. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, release your left buttock and groin, your whole left leg, relax and hollow the abdomen. Lift the ribs up a little bit away from the hips so there's more space there. And relax the front of the groin especially. And let that leg fall into the hollow abdomen. And then draw the knee up a little bit towards the head side as you extend the front of the right leg, flex the left foot. And then on an exhale, lift your head and shoulders up, nose towards the knee, but stay in the middle. Don't move off to the left. Keep firming the right leg down onto the mat. Left foot flex, good. And breathing into the upper back and top chest. Lower back, press down. Good. Inhale, head and shoulders down. Exhale, let the left leg fall forward and push it forward until the arms straightened. Press the lower back down. Feel how the right foot gets light. Float the right foot back, flat on the mat, and then lower the left leg down. And again, extend both legs. Extend the arms out to the sides a bit and rest for a breath or two in Shavasana. And then roll the inner legs to the mat so the toes point up and bring the legs together and bring the arms along the sides, palms up. Once again, we'll go to Tadagi Mudra. Firm the knees, hollow the abdomen, firm the elbows, palms down. And then inhaling, take the arms up overhead, keeping the arms and hands shoulder width apart. Soften the back of the neck and the front of the throat. Hollow the abdomen, press the lower back down, and then bend your knees one by one with your arms overhead. Lift the knees up, cross the feet at the ankles, and hook the feet and pull the knees apart in Supta Virasana in this particular style. All right, so you feel some kind of contraction even as you pull the knees apart in the pelvic floor, and draw the knees a little bit up in towards the armpit chest and breathe here. And then change the cross and repeat. Pull the knees apart, a little bit up towards the sides of the body, but keeping your lower back on the ground, and hollow the abdomen, lift the ribs up away from the hips. And then inhale and raise your arms up and soften your feet and ankles and knees and wrap your arms around your legs, hug your knees to chest. And then we'll roll up to standing, right? So first is just sitting. So you raise your legs up, unbend your knees, and then tuck your chin and bend your knees to roll up to sit. So like so, right? And then you can just keep going and come up to standing. Yes, very good. Okay, good. So that's good work for you. Okay, and that will help you with your longevity. So then we'll do the 5 directions of the spine. So firm knees and elbows. And then inhale, take your left arm forward and up. Right arm stays at the side. And lengthen up on that side. Keep the arm and ear together, top arm straight. And as you exhale, you bend to the side a little bit so you're getting short on your right side and really open on the left side. Breathe into those left side ribs to open the lung channels. Lift your chest a little. Tuck your pelvis a little, pelvic tuck, and breathe. And then inhale, you reach up. Exhale, lower your arm out to the side and down, palm in towards the hips. Inhale, we have different directions going. So take your opposite arm up, pelvic tuck. Legs and feet are all the way together, Susan. Firm and straighten your top arm and lift that side, lengthen that side, arm towards the ear. Exhale, you slide the opposite arm down. So now your opposite side is getting short. And the side that's open, breathe into that side of your ribs. Top elbows straight, fingers all the way together, make a seal. Lift the chest and breathe. Both arms are firm, legs are firm. Everything is firm. Good. And then you inhale, reach up, and exhale, lower your arm out and down, palm down. That's Ardha Kati Chakrasana. Now we do Kati Chakrasana. Inhale, you raise your arms up, shoulder blades down, elbows firm, knees firm, waist firm, pelvic tuck. Little pelvic tuck, so not to shove the ribs forward. Firm your abdomen, right? Yes, very good. And then exhaling, bend your left elbow and bring your hand under your right collarbone, okay? So you're gonna breathe there. Now you turn to your right, just enough so you can look back at your right hand. And now bring your right hip forward so your hips stay more forward and breathe into your left palm, into that part of your top chest. And then inhaling, you come back to the center, opening up your left arm, firm your waist, little pelvic tuck. Exhaling, bend your right elbow, palm right under your collarbone of your left arm. And then you twist to your left, only enough so you can look back at your left hand, and then pull your left hip forward so the hips stay more straight, light pelvic tuck, and breathe into that top chest under your left collarbone. Bring your left arm just a little down, Fernanda. A little down. Yeah, good. And then inhale, you open your right arm up and come back to the center. And little pelvic tuck, RT. Yep. And then exhale, lower your arms down to your sides. Good. And then Ardha Chakrasana. So firm knees. Bring your hands on the tops of your hips. Fingers point down. Thumbs can wrap around to the front. Pelvic tuck. Okay. Yeah. Good. Feel how your thighs firm up from your knees. Now move your hips forward over your toes without crunching your lower back. Lift the center and sides of the body up. Lift the shoulders, roll them back a little, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then lift the chest up. If it's comfortable, you can lift your head up too and look up and breathe into your top chest and upper back. You should feel no crunching in your lower back. And then inhale, you lift the chest and head, and exhale, come back to neutral and bring your arms down and turn your palms back. Actually, yes. And then lift and roll the shoulders back and draw the belly in towards the spine. Inhale, you lift the chest, stay there and exhale. Take another inhale and then exhale, you come forward, buttocks back, chest forward, head forward. Bring the belly a little towards the spine. Good. Come down more, Archie. Come down more. Chest forward. Yeah, buttocks back. Good. Arms just level with the hips. Yeah, that's it. Good. Shoulders roll up a little. Come on. Shoulders back towards the ceiling, up towards the ceiling. Yeah, there you go. Good. That's it. Head forward. Look forward. Chin forward, Wensheng. Way forward. Yeah. Feel the back muscles engaging and the hamstrings stretching. Okay. And then inhale, take your arms up and just come to neutral and exhale there. Okay. So I think actually I did it in the wrong order, but I think it'll be okay. And then it's Urdhva Hastasana. So you interlace your fingers, turn your palms down, firm your elbows, and then light pelvic tuck. Inhale, you take your arms up over your head, squeeze your elbows, exhale there. And keep your palms open and thumbs forward, pinkies back. Good. Look straight ahead and gaze at something on the floor. Slightly shift forward and slowly lift up onto the balls of your feet. And breathe here. Keep lifting the side body up, the center body up, the arms up. Squeeze the outer ankles in. Roll the tops of the feet towards each other. And then you slowly undo your fingers, float your arms down, and slowly lower your heels down back to Uttanasana. Good. Okay. Very good. Supta Virasana. Okay. So you'll take what you need for Supta Virasana. So you can open up a blanket. On your whole mat is nice. So you have evenness in the whole mat. And the blankets, when you do fold the blankets, they should fold in half long ways first, like so, right? That way, when we use them this way, they'll be ready for that. And also it's better for shoulder stand folding. So it's like this, okay? And then you get whatever you need to sit on. And when you go back into Supta Virasana, you'll need whatever support you need to lay on. So your head's a little higher than your chest. You may want to reduce what you sit on, and maybe nothing. So your hips can sort of hang a little in space and then lower down. But you want to avoid getting a big crunch in your lower back, okay? So I just use a bolster, right? But if you're sitting on a blanket, then you need more, right? So if you're sitting on a blanket like this, then this has to be higher than the blanket, right? So it could be 2 bolsters, or it could be a block there, or blankets. Okay, and then first get yourself situated, have whatever support you think you might need behind you. Then you get yourself situated in Virasana. So you can start, like if you're going to use a bolster, you can start sitting on the bolster, right? Just look here for a second. So I'm sitting on the bolster, right? I'm sitting on the bolster. So go ahead and sit on even your bolster. Like you can use the whole bolster. Yep. So that's nice. Easy. Now, when you go back, you can either move yourself forward or move the bolster forward, right? And then you might find, because if you push your hips up too far, it's actually harder, right? If you sit too high. So you may find that it's better for you to go back with nothing under your hips. And even if your hips float, eventually they'll settle down, right? And then you can use another blanket, something under your head if you like. Okay, so let's see how we go. So now you have to move forward, Suman. Move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward, all the way. All the bolster, all the way off. Now, use your arms behind you and start to go back. You can lift your hips up a little. Yeah, and then as you lift your hips, you want to adjust your pelvis a little. So you bring your pubic bone this way and your buttocks that way. So you get more length. And then you bend your elbows and start to lower yourself down. So now you might need a little more support under you. You can try that. Walk your hands forward towards your feet. Start to bend your elbows back. Keep your chin down. Yep. In towards your chest. Yeah. 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 How's that for you? Yeah. Yeah. So you want more height under you, maybe? Well, it's on the ground. Yeah. It is kind of floating, and that's okay, unless it's too intense, right? But what I would take is more under your chest, maybe. So if you want to come up, I'll give you a little more height under your chest. Or you can see, how it feels. You use your arms, pull your belly in, walk your hands back towards your elbows. Yep, and lift up. Push into your hands, lift your chest up, chest. Use your back muscles. There you go. Good. Yeah. So let's try. Now, if it's still you need something under your hips, you can take it, but let's try this now. Walk back, walk your hands forward, maybe a little more down here. Okay. And then, how that is.
Okay, that's much better.
Yeah. So I would suggest, instead of putting more under your hips, which just lift your hips higher, right? Then it opens this quite more. You put more under your back. See? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you can have a little more height under your head. Mm-hmm. Try that. Good. Yeah. Yeah. And if your knees are tight, again, you can use the spacer under your knees. It's a little bit off center. That's the only thing. But try coming up. Use your arms, lift your chest, use your upper back strength. Yes. Okay. Now, before you come down, lift your buttocks up, move your tailbone. That's it. Now, slowly lower your buttocks down too. Yeah. Now, see how that feels. Worse, better, same? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Shoulder blades down. So you don't want your head hanging back. You want your head higher, right? So let's do that. Is that okay? Chin down a bit. Okay. And back, head up, head up. Yeah. Try that. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. You want your head and chest. So come up all the way up. Mm-hmm. And then, so stay there. You're good. Bring your knees together, feet apart. Okay. Come to your hands and knees. Hands and knees. Stay there and breathe. Yeah. Knees together. Knees together. Yeah. Yeah. That. Don't come. Yeah. So let's do this. Pull this forward. Mm-hmm. Good. And then sit back, sit on the bolster. Sit on the bolster and just sit up in Virasana. And if you're down, you can take your arms overhead and hold your opposite elbows. Okay, stay there. Don't come back. Stay here. So see that this leg comes in too much. So come to your hands and knees again, and bring this one more out. Yeah, just this one. Yeah, good. And then you dig the flesh this way a little bit more. No. See, that's going to pull your inner knee skin. It goes this way. Now use your hands to pull this a little this way. Back, yes. Back this way. Yes. Sit on your bolster and just sit up and breathe. Don't lean back. Okay. Now I'm going to lift your buttocks a little. Lift your buttocks. Yeah. Okay. Start to come down. Ooh. Yeah. Keep going. Now, is that too much?
No,
Head up.
that's good.
Head up. I just want to give you a little more head height. I'm going to give you a threefold here. Okay. Try that. How's that? Good? Yeah. So RT, come up for a second. Lift all the way up. Use your arms on the ground. Press down, elbows down. Lift your chest up. Walk your hands back now. Use your arms, but also your muscles here. Yes, yeah. Good. So come onto your hands and knees. Yeah. Good. Bring your knees together. All the way. Yeah. Good. All the way. They're not all the way together. All the way. Yes. Now you use this and pull this forward. Okay. Now stay there. Stay there. Bring your head on the ground. Yeah. Good. Now bring your hands here and pull this back. Straight back and a little out to the side. Straight back. A little out. Yes. There you go. Let's sit on that bolster. Yeah. Good. So your feet could be a little wider apart. Here. Yeah. Sit on the bolster. Okay. And breathe. Just be there. Good. Okay. When you need to come out, you come onto your hands and knees and extend your arms. Stay there for 1 second. You can. Sit on the bolster. Okay. Yep. And then you can start to go back. Use your arms and lift your chest. Mm-hmm. Good. And then lower your chest down. Good. And then so your head a little bit down. Okay. And then you try to move your buttocks like that. And your pubic bone up like this. Drop your buttocks down without arching your back so much as you're able. Yeah, buttocks this way and pubic bone this way. Yeah. Okay. Come down. Yes. Now, is this okay? Okay. Good. All right. Now, when you come out, come to your hands and knees, and then you extend your legs. You can do one by one, like so. Okay. And then We'll come up and do down dog in the ropes. Okay. So you get a little counter pose. So just take a belt and you can use a blanket, take your heels to the wall, bring your arms forward, and just let that counter pose your lower back and your knees for a few breaths. Okay. And if you don't need a blanket, that's fine. If you need props for your hands, you don't need a yoga mat. So you can just leave your mat where it is or move it a little forward and adjust yourself side to side. Yeah. So if Supta Virasana is very challenging for you, I do recommend that you practice more Vajrasana, Virasana, and ideally Supta Virasana, right? Because it's the counter pose for basically our entire lives. So it is extremely beneficial. So if possible, Mardi, it's very short. So I would suggest nothing behind your feet. Yeah. And even one rope, might be better, but just do it there. Just do it there now. Yeah, see how you get more length? It certainly looks better. Yeah. Yeah. I understand. I mean, you could bring your feet all the way to the ground if that's better. Yeah. And just have a little bit of your heel touching the wall, because you don't really need the lift of your heels. But do lift your kneecaps up and straighten your legs completely. Yeah, that's it. Arms straight, legs straight. Head down. Yeah, palms flat. Yeah, walk your feet a little more down, Fernanda. Yeah, that's good. Yes, left foot can come a little more down. Yes, that's good. Straight knees. Good. Drop your head. Don't hold the pose in your neck. Yeah, good. And then you wrap your triceps around this way and then elbows up. Good. Yes. Very good. Yeah. So RT, maybe do lift your heels up because you're collapsing a little. Walk your feet back more. Walk your feet back. Let me take this away for you. You don't need this. Take your heels more apart so your feet are even. See how your toes are collapsing in? Yes. Good. Lift your kneecaps up. Walk your hands way forward. You shouldn't be supporting yourself with your arms. It's the rope that's supporting you. Is that okay? Okay. So, but your triceps, yeah. Yes. Okay. So you're getting length. Length. Good. Yes. And if it's better for you, shoulders, you can do this, right? If it's worse, then you go lower, right? But keep this firm right here. Yes. Yes. Good. Okay. And observe your ankles here, Fernanda. So see how you roll this way. Yeah. So so it's even. You have stirrups here. These should be even. Don't collapse your inner or outer ankle. That's your whole foundation of your house. Rest on that. The house of your body. Yeah. Inner ankles, outer ankles, even lift. Good. Okay, then walk your feet forward. Walk your hands back. Be in Uttanasana for a moment. And let the ropes pull you back as you release your torso down and over your leg. Widen your feet a little, Fernanda. Head down, complete full forward bend. Keep your hands on the ground for support. Bend your knees a little if you're tight and fold from your pelvis. Yes. Now, when you bend your knees, don't overdo it. Okay, just enough so your hips fall down more and your whole torso. And when you bend your knees, don't collapse your knees in. Rather, bend your knees a little out to the side. Yes. Now let your torso fall all the way down. Wenxing. Yeah, over your thighs. Yes. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Yes. Walk your feet more forward. Yes. Good. Soften your knees a little, Suman, because you know about hyperextending. So for you, it's better to bend a little. And then observe that the outer feet are parallel. Yes. Good. That's good. And then release tail to head down. Yes. Good. Yes. Good. Walk your feet more forward, Fernanda. Feet forward. Yeah, I think you have too much bulk in the front and not enough on the side. Okay, for next time. Okay, now coming up, come to your fingertips. Bring your feet sit bone width distance apart. Head up, look forward. Good. Now remember Ardha Uttanasana. Take your arms back and chest forward. Lift your chest more. Come on, higher. Yeah, there you go. Good. That's too much, Wen Ching. Little higher, Margie. Yes. Good. Look at me. Yes. And then inhale and take your arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Good. Walk back so you're not leaning into the ropes. Buttocks down, little pelvic tuck, arms up. You're on your own two legs. Palms face each other. Armpits and triceps roll towards each other. You lift the pinky side of the arm, descend the thumb side of the arm. And breathe. Buttocks down. Yes. Good. Exhale and lower your arms. Very good. Okay. So now let us hang upside down in Rope Shirshasana. Those of you who do not want to do Rope Shirshasana, you can do Chair Uttanasana. Okay. So anybody, someone can use this space if they like. Okay. Shall I show? I'll show you on this space. You have to first test to make sure that it's not going anywhere. Okay. And if you need it to go up higher or something, they're adjustable. So I'm bringing this behind. Now, when I go up, it's going to slide up. So I have to find a way to get this down, not below the tailbone, then it'll fall out. But above the hips, it's going to crunch your back. So watch, come out of your rope because you need to come out anyway. Come over here. And if you know what to do, you can set yourself up. So this is a little high for me. So see how high it is now? But it's hard for me to get up because this is high for me. But look what I'm doing. So I'm using my arm, little down, and I'm using my leg here, right? And I'm leaning back, a little more down, a little more down, okay? So now this is below my top hip. Then I raise the feet up a little, bend the knees out like Baddha Konasana. And here, I can make a little teeny adjustment, tailbone up, right? So I'm not really arched here. See that? So you can go up a little. And you hang out here. And if you like, you can do a little bit of legs out. That's also quite nice. And then when you go to come back, you have to go back to Baddha Konasana. Use your abdominal strength, pull your head in, walk up, press into your feet, take a couple of breaths. So you lift this way so you don't fall back that way, right? And then you walk down and come up, okay? So if you don't have this beautiful item, you have to make a sling for yourself, okay? So you using that one? Are you, huh? I don't think so. It's a little tall for me. I think you'll be okay. You can test the waters. You want to try it? I know you do. So you take one bottom rope out, and of course you can just do your Shirshasana as you are doing, Murgi. Pretty good. So when you make the first knot, it's a loop. This is called the bunny ears. You take the bunny ears through, right? So now you have a loop that's not going anywhere. Each hook holds 6,000 pounds. There's beams. This whole wall was built for this. Now, when you make the knot, you have to have both sides of the belt to make that knot. So you're going to come through this loop and make the knot. See, the bunny ears have to go through, right? And then it's not going anywhere. And then you can go like this to make sure, okay? Then you saddle up your horse, okay? So you have one blanket like this. Now you need another blanket. You can also do different ways. You could wrap a yoga mat around you and so on and so forth. There's other ways. This is one way. And then if your fronts of your thighs are sensitive to the belt, to the ropes, you can have a blanket like this next to you for the front of your thighs. And I can help you get that in there. Okay. And it's the same getting in. Okay. So reach up high on the rope. Yeah, buttocks back towards me. Now, try not to fall down into the ropes too much, but with your buttocks. Walk your feet up the wall. Good, and then straighten your legs. Good, straight legs. Good, that's it. Good. Now see how this is slipped up. So you have to take one hand here, take this hand here, lean a little to the other side and push it. Yeah, then to the other side, push it. Yeah, good. So it's below your hips, but not below your, yeah. There you go. Good. Uh-huh. Yeah, good. Does that feel pretty good? Now walk your feet higher. Good. Higher, both feet. Yeah. Now, yeah, a little higher. Yeah. Now bend your knees out to the side, Baddha Konasana. No, feet together. Feet together, knees apart. Yeah, so the knees have to, no. Knees have to go here. Yeah, because otherwise you'll fall out. Walk your feet up a little. Yeah. Now push into the, no, don't straighten. Push your feet into the wall and take your buttocks up. Yes, good. Now let go. The ropes have you. I know, it requires a certain amount of faith.
Trust.
This is not helping you, I promise. Yeah, I'm going to do an adjustment here. Buttocks here. Yeah, good. Now let go. I've got you. And it's like really a very short distance to the ground. Here. Relax your arms. Relax. There you go.
Oh.
Ropes have you. Here. Feet a little up. Yeah. Buttocks a little this way. Here, I'm going to try to adjust you this way. Okay. Now just hold your elbows. Try holding your elbows. Are the ropes hurting you? Okay, hold your elbows. Both elbows. I know. Hold your elbows tight. Hold your elbows closer. Grab your elbows. Yeah, there you go. Take your arms a little back. Not your head. Not your head. Yeah, open your eyes. Yeah, breathe. Good. Good. You okay, Samad? Wenching looks happy. Margie's happy. Good. Good. So you can work a little bit, push into your feet and take your tailbone this way and your pubic bone this way. So it's not too much. And then go back. It's just to adjust your pelvis, look here, so that you're not doing this, but more of a pelvic tuck for your lower back. Yeah, as you're able, walk your feet a little higher up. Yeah, now just relax and hold your elbows. Yeah. Yes. Good. Yep. So you take your head a little like this, so you're not pulling your head back, and your arms can go back, and then just let your head hang. Yeah, so that's more like Shirshasana in your upper body. And then if you want to try the legs apart, then you can take your hands down for just a little extra support, and then straighten your legs up more than out. Yeah, there you go. So it's not super out. Then you can again hold your elbows if you want. But no, you good?
I think so.
Okay, excellent. You good?
Yeah.
Now, do you want to try legs straight up a little for a moment? No? Okay. You want to come out? Okay. Look at your belly button. Reach your arms up to the rope. Good. Curl up. Look at your belly button. Yes. And climb up. Use your abdominals. Use your arms. Walk up the rope with your arms. Push into the wall with your feet. Straighten your legs all the way. Take a breath. Good. Straight legs. Straight legs. No, stay there. Straight legs. Yeah. And breathe. Because you get a little lightheaded and I don't want you to fall. Yeah, take a few breaths. Good, you did it. You did a good job. Good. Yeah, just let your head be neutral there, Fernanda. Don't pull your head back. Yeah, hold your elbows. Hold your elbows. Good. You can pull your elbows back, but not your head. Yes, that's more like Shirshasana. This is not Shirshasana. This is, and this. Yeah, good. Head neutral. Yeah, good. Okay, and then when you're ready to come out, you can take your time to come out. Just stay there, Fernanda. Bring your hands on the ground, like headstand 2. Yeah. So headstand 2. No, don't lift your head up. Don't lift your head up. Yes. That's headstand 2. That's head. I keep trying to get you to do that in Prasarita. Yeah. Head down. Yeah. Now extend your leg up on this side, and then this one, and straighten your legs. Yeah. So that's another method. So you can hang there. Now hold your elbows again. Hold your elbows. You're good. No. Like this. Look at me. Yeah. Yes. And bring your head to me. Come on. I got you. Yeah. And then relax. Yes. Good. See, that's kind of a nice rest on your back and hips, right? Then to come out, you have to go back to Baddha Konasana. Keep your feet behind the rope. So go back and back. Now, look at your belly button, reach up to the ropes. Look at your belly button and reach up to the ropes. Use your arms, reach up. Use your core. Yeah, see how she walks up. Good. Walk your feet down. Straight legs. Hold it and breathe. Don't go all the way yet. Yeah. And then this can just, good. And then you walk down when you're ready. Suman's never getting out. First come to Baddha Konasana. Yes, good. And then belly button, look at it. Use both arms, use your core, walk up. Use your core, walk up, use your legs, walk your arms up. Yeah, so you don't fall back. Arms up more, arms up, yes. And straight legs, stay there and breathe. Look at the wall, relax your shoulders. Yeah, Then when you feel like, okay, you're back to normal, then you come down. So, because if you rush things, especially when you've been hanging upside down, you can get dizzy, you can pass out, you can, and this is if you're a teacher, you should really slow down because you got to teach that to others. And if you don't do it, they won't do it. Okay. So very good. 10:52. My God. Okay. So then we will do legs up the wall. Okay. Let's do that. You can, yes, definitely. Viparita Karani. Now, if you prefer something more active, you could do chair sarvangasana, or you could do Viparita Karani on blocks in the middle of the room, and then Shavasana, right? Otherwise, legs up the wall, hips on a bolster is our variation of Viparita Karani, which is nice for your lower back and everything. And then you can do a couple leg variations while you're there if you like, okay? So you can use the rope wall, you can use the orange wall, and if you want more Viparita Karani action, you go higher with the hips, more towards a combination of bridge and shoulder stand, right? So you could do a bolster and a blanket, but you use your yoga mat so things don't slide away, right? So you have to get the yoga mat all the way to the wall. And if you're at the rope wall, have one hook on either side of you, of your mat, and pull it all the way up to the rope wall. And then you put your support stuff on that, your bolster, blanket, whatever you're going to use. Most welcome. And when you do take your legs up with a bolster at the wall, you have a fist width or two distance, so your buttocks has a place to descend. And then you can adjust where, like how much, if you want it narrow here, if you want it wide, you get more lift of the chest, so you have more of that bridge shape in your upper body. Okay, so, but you don't want to feel strained. It should feel super comfortable and relaxed. And then have a little space between your legs so you're not squeezing your inner thighs together. Yeah. And then observe your knees and feet and legs. So if your knees tend to bend and drop, then I would suggest you belt legs, or you scoot back more. So straighten your knees all the way, Susan. Grip your knees and open the backs of your knees, not by flexing your feet, but by gripping here. Yeah. What was I going to do with you, Wenxing? Oh, belt your legs. Yeah. 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 There you go. And lift the chest. Yeah. Yep. How does that feel for you? Good. Yeah. And you can go higher if you want. Yeah. So that's why we use the yoga mat, because this slides, right?
Poster.
Okay, so come out and let's start over. And we'll pull this and then you'll have softness under your head and everything. You want to try this one? Try this one. And turn it the other way. See? Like that. Okay. Now you want to be in between two hooks. So you want to go which way? This way? Okay. Okay. So like that. And then have this little bit away. Now go up when you're ready. And if you could, Suman, I would suggest getting closer. You're too far from the wall. I don't think you need that much distance. Yeah, Susan. And so you roll your shoulders under more, get your chest and everything closer to the block. Yes. So yes. Yeah. Good. Take your glasses off if that's okay with you. Yeah. Good. Knees firm. Open your knees. Grip your front knees and open your back knees. Yes. Yes. So you maintain firm legs. Yeah. Like you would in shoulder stand and headstand. Yeah. Okay, that looks better. How does that feel for you? Good? Okay. So now you drop your buttocks down. Yeah. Is that okay? And then the shoulder blades, like this. this is the area for you that's most important to open, right? It's tight, tight, tight. Or something. It could be a structural. Grip that. That okay?
That's great.
Yes. Let me do this one first. And your feet. Good. Separate your feet. That okay? Is it too wide? Just okay. Firm your knees to the wall. Press your legs to the wall. Yeah. Yes. And maintain. Try to maintain this. This. Firm. Yeah. Open here. This to the wall. Yes. That. Yes. Inner leg up, outer leg down. Open. Yes. Yes. So it's active for you. It's active. Yeah. It's got to be. Yeah.
Get into that.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Too wide. It's a little too wide. I know. Yeah. Let me get rid of that. Yes. So glasses I'm putting here. These are yours. This is better. I think it's a little less wide. Too much?
This is just like
Hard. Yeah. 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 Let's leave it. Leave the feet, but do try, right? Well, actually, you don't need the space there. You have space, so that might be a good idea. How's that? Yeah, because you have a lot of space there already,
right.
And you need more space here and here. Yeah, actually, that looks good. How does that feel for you? Good.
But the only thing with this bolster is that my back, so the back isn't. It's fine. It's not like a real.
Which part of your back? Upper.
Upper back.
Yeah.
Upper back feels
Okay.
Like
I wonder if you can dig your heels in and lift your buttocks a little bit up. And yeah, higher, 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 higher. Go high as you can. Yeah. I'm gonna try to move this. Go. Now go down. Better, but still you want to work on this, right?
So that other previously I was hoping it would help.
Right, but if it's too much, it's too much. So what you could potentially do is put something here also. So like maybe blanket or yeah, like a mat, so that it encourages. But don't, once you've gotten your organization, don't continue to harden here, right? You organize the lift of the chest, then you relax, but try not to collapse.
This doesn't allow the lift of the chest. Right?
Well, it's not as much, right? But it's okay. Drop your abdomen and allow your yes to drop here too.
Closer to the wall.
Just leave it. Yeah, I think it's good. And then those of you who are not belted, if you want, you could do Baddha Konasana with your legs. But if you like to stay where you are, that's also wonderful. You'll just be here for maybe 2-3 more minutes. Yeah, and when you do it, so look here, RT. So you don't want to pull your pelvic floor to face the ceiling. You want your pelvic floor to face the wall. Yes, yes. And to mind, somehow this is awkward for you. So move back a little, push into your feet, move your whole body back, not the bolster, just you. Push into your feet to lift your hips up a little. Yes, now that's enough. That's enough. Not so much, just enough so that that pose is not so challenging and pushing your knees away from the wall, right? You could be a little closer to the wall because now your feet are falling down the wall. So go a little closer. Inchworm, use your ropes. Lift up just a quarter of inch. Find that sweet spot. There's like so it gets more subtle and a little less gross, right? So that you start to explore openings in different ways, not always the exact same way. Yeah, don't try to bring your heels together. Just that's better, I think. And encourage this leg in external as well as this, but then the groin down, this down, yes, that much down, yes. So, but then just a little bit that way. Okay, and you feel where it's tight and awkward, you know? Yeah, and just observe that and see what you can do about letting go of whatever that knot is. Then you go back to straight when you're ready. Don't lift your groin up when you try to drop your inner. Yes, yes, any amount till your buttocks touches the ground. Yeah, not by force, by release of effort. I yeah, yeah, exactly. Find a sweet spot and then just let go of whatever's happening and see like if you can do minimal effort to stop bending your knees, maybe. Take Upavishta Konasana, those with straight legs go wide legs, straight legs wide. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's like a minimal effort. And then the next thing actually would probably be like a bolster, like a weight here, right? That would be the next thing. But I'm unbelting now. Yeah, and when you go wide with your legs, you have to maintain a slight internal rotation. So look at both feet and observe. And then it's still the inner groin rolls to the rope wall and buttocks descends, right? So it's like your sacrum is drawing in and up. It's like sitting. Yeah, good. Press the legs to the wall, firm the knees. Press the inner legs, inner and outer knees. Yeah. And then bring the legs together. Take a breath. Still have a tiny space so you're not squeezing your legs together and gripping your inner thighs. Yeah, good. Buttocks descend. Good. Not to harden the tops of the feet to pull the toes down, right? So that's like wasted effort. So, but you can do this action. So this is sickling, right? So you want to be here. Inner and outer ankles even, and the feet point straight back, and then relax that effort and maintain the alignment. Drop the buttocks down. Yes, good. Observe how that's more neutral. Okay. Then bend your knees and come to a squat with your knees and feet. Feet point straight up, knees point straight back. Widen the feet enough so it's comfortable, but not too wide, right? So sit bone width, or yeah, that's probably good enough. And if the knees fall out a little, that's okay. Don't harden the inner thighs, but don't let your knees fall out all the way. Find a sweet spot. Walk your feet more up when shing. I mean, yeah, and when shing is fine. But Suman, walk your feet more up. Yeah, and be there. Yes, and drop your buttocks and inner groin down. Yeah. Good. And then roll over to your right side. Everybody roll to your right side. Walk your feet down the wall And you can rest your head on your right upper arm, bring your right arm overhead, and bring your left arm with you and roll. You can keep your hips on the bolster or come off, whatever feels better for you. Couple of breaths. And then you're going to roll yourself up to sit on the bolster when you're ready, and we'll do our closing chant, and we'll do that all together. So roll the front thighs in. Always do this. Broaden the pelvic floor. Observe the pelvic floor. Have a connection to the pelvic floor. That's the root. So pay attention to that. No, the other way, RT. So instead of pulling the thighs this way, it's this way. Yeah, so it's the same thing we're doing at the rope wall. Do the same thing, that inner groin to the rope wall, dropping the buttocks down. Yes, exactly. And then if you're overdoing and spilling your pelvis forward, then you have to drop back a little and lean back. Yes, so shoulders over hips and get rooted even as you lift. Effortless lift. And we'll do our closing chant. Whichever mudra you prefer, it's fine. Take a deep breath in and out. And then inhale deeply to begin chanting all together. Rub your hands. Cover your face. Touch your fingertips to your eyelids. Pull your hands away from your face a little bit and gaze into your hands. Mentally repeating Om into your own palms. Namaste. Thank you. Okay, my friends, enjoy the day. Happy end of May. See you in June. Okay, have a good week of what's left of it. 11/11.